Hello, once again, welcome. This is Naushad and this final examination document on DevOps IT 5080. This as a problem start with the statement of the problem. Almost all governments are moving towards the digital government, sometimes called e-government. And Sri Lanka is also no exception for that. This transition to digital government system from traditional system is a kind of journey, and it takes time, income cost, and it expects the participation of the citizens, and also it requires a good leadership. This system must ensure to provide online access to the government services for the public and must increase the interconnectivity among the different government sectors. ICTA, Information and Communication Technology Agency of Sri Lanka, proposed a framework for digital Sri Lanka, and this paper also proposes a system or architectural model which is similar to that ICTA model, but there exist some significant differences which will explain in detail later. This is more introduction about digital government and its benefit. Digital government can be described as the public services of the government to the citizen using ICT. It can be defined as the digital government services. The service can be anything, such as renewing driving license, applying for the passport or NIC, getting birth certificate, tax payment, applying for the building construction approval, healthcare services, tourism related things, and it list goes on. Opposite to the traditional government service, this e-government can be delivered information and services to the citizens anytime, anywhere, and on any platform seamlessly. It has a number of benefits, such as citizen online experience will improve, formation of knowledge-based society, public contribution will increase, productivity and efficiency will improve, labor cost can be cut down, the better relationship can be formed among the different government sectors and the business, and it can lead to the more innovation also. Initially, this development can face lots of challenges, but by realizing the benefit of this model, can overcome those challenges very well. The system developed or proposed called as Sri Lanka Digital Government Architecture. The proposed tech system should be user-friendly, efficient, secure, seamless, and provide better experiences to the citizen of the nation. This system should improve the operation of the government entities and make easier collaboration of different departments. Whatever the system, it will based or developed based on the requirement, and the requirements can be functional requirements or non-functional requirements. Delivering better government service seamlessly to the citizen is the key function of the system, but scalability, extendability, maintainability, testability, community support, leadership, and performance can be considered as a non-functional requirements. This the following layered architecture model can be one solution to the digital Sri Lanka. This model anticipates to provide new functionalities for stakeholders on regular basis in a predictable way without the downtime. This is the model I propose for the e-government of Sri Lanka. It starts from bottom. This is infrastructure platform, and the second phase e-governance, and this can be a development phase, create solution results which consist of people, process, and technology. DevOps practices and culture can play a major role in this phase, and then accelerate and scale services, then communication, and finally the stakeholders or customers who are using this system as an output. It has 6 layers, and each layer focuses several things to complete. The first layer is infrastructure layer, which is mainly focused on the strategy and hosting data from the heterogeneous sources and secure connection, identity store, and many more. It is very crucial to create a vision and right strategy and decide which approach to follow at this particular stage. Initially, the organization can start a small product with a limited scope rather than going for the whole project. Then they decide the primary scope and the starting point where they can choose easy application, where they can choose minimum viable product, etc. And then they expand the strategy to move forward the system. The second phase, e-governance phase, which mainly consists of the legislation, corporate policies, rules and regulation, digital standards and guide, Data Protection Act, and cybersecurity measures, and so on. These policies should use deploy automation, shift from pull to push culture, and encourage the innovation. Third phase or third layer is the real development part, as I mentioned already, which consists of people, process, and different technologies are involved in creating the solution. When we look at this picture, people and technology, when they collaborate, the skills improve, and when they incorporate with the processes and the cultures can be changed and tools there. The intersect part is the DevOps. This is the people, process, and technology and DevOps, how interrelated in the development process. People or team, we need highly motivated team with an agile mindset. Process should be flexible to empower others to act on the vision, and the process complexity need to be reduced to move forward. In the technology, it needs to use different technology stacks to create one automated deployment pipeline for online applications. Here the big challenge is siloed tools and people. These silos need to be eliminated to produce better results. After this phase, another layer is the accelerated and scale services. This should ensure the scalability of this application based on the dynamic requirements of the citizen. This will ensure easy to use, accessible, secure digital government services that improve lives of the citizen and business. The fifth layer is the communication. It is an important layer with different modes can be utilized by citizens to access the services such as it can be web apps, web portal, APIs and Wi-Fi, and the list goes on. The most important layer is customer layer. Overall object is to develop a digital system that satisfies the customers and provide easy and convenient lifestyle for all citizens in the country. The stakeholders can be anyone, such as they can be citizens of the country, can be government departments, any business, tourists, e-citizens, entrepreneurs, and many more. It's also important to note that this model cannot be implemented, or it's not possible to implement in the absence of DevOps culture, such as continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous monitoring, continuous testing for security vulnerabilities, continuous resourcing, no silos between teams, container technologies, and agile mindset, and so on. When we talk about the challenges, the number of challenges arise. First, we need a right strategic and vision for implementing the model. Internal conflicts, political instability, and ambiguous visions, that is, not clear visions or strategy, can spoil or destroy the victory of the digital government. The strategic leader of the country has a huge responsibility in the development of digital government, such as bring the finance for the initial investment, implement good governance, and build the political stability, and so on. As I mentioned earlier, the digital government and its development is a kind of journey, and it's a kind of a culture too. As a country, we have to adopt for that culture little by little. Citizens, importantly, they need to trust the system, and they have to support the system, and they need to contribute to that system. And the services which are implemented and available to the public, it should be utilized as much as possible and given the feedback to the relevant party. Finding the relevant subject experts in this area can be another challenge also. In that case, we can hire some expert to train our existing staff, and sometimes even we can outsource some services too. And most importantly, security is another concern in digital government, as cyber attacks are normally taking place nowadays. We can't stop these attacks, but we can minimize the effect or consequences of these attacks by identifying these attacks early stage. In that case, we need to build up a backup system which can be located most probably in another country if possible, so we can save the government data from this attack. Under the related studies, we can take one of the famous digital government model is Singapore government tech stack. The SGTS will make available common digital services and infrastructure to all government agencies. It will reduce the time and effort needed to introduce new digital services, as well as enhance and maintain existing ones. It allows agencies to focus on designing solutions that best meet the needs of those they serve, without worrying about the basic infrastructure. This is as it is from their words, and it has 4 layers architecture as shown in this picture. They have hosting platforms, middleware, microservices, and digital services. This system for expected to produce a better, smarter, and faster platform for digital application. In microservices, It consists of common services that agencies utilize to build the application, such as application program interfaces for authentication, notification, or payment. Under the application infrastructure, this includes software services which allows user to quickly develop and deploy application. Infrastructure, scalable data center service and secure connectivity is there. Data, different government data sources can be hosting at this level. A successful case study or success story is Estonia. Estonia is a small country which is in Soviet Russia, which has built a digital society and it known as the first advanced digital society in the world. It has developed an efficient, secure, and transparent ecosystem where 99% of the government services like banking, healthcare, energy companies, telco companies, even the voting in election are online. Also, Estonians have designed many detailed solutions to help tackle the COVID-19 pandemic situation also. Using a single ID card and PIN code, Estonians complete their tasks with few clicks on the system. The reason their success, the people and their contribution. People are trusting their system and their government services. They also believe that they can do business safely in their country as there's no chain checks, bouncing checks not there, no long queues like that. Because of this digital system, the Estonian government can save lots of money and they can reduce wastage a lot. And this is the DevOps enabled tech stacks. It is vary from organization. Also, the model to model we can employ this stack differently. When we focus on the development on cloud services, this picture shows how DevOps enabled stacks are integrated. The tech stacks typically consist of the programming languages, configuration, a database, front-end tools, back-end tools, and application connected via APIs. When there is continuous integration, continuous delivery, and monitoring security, these all are for cloud environment. And also the DevOps methodology that we can use for this for developing this model is DevOps with the agile mindset. Because it is agile development, we can develop the software very fast and we can follow the fail fast concept, which is very helpful to recover the system at early stage and the faster delivery of the softwares. And DevOps, they have continuous delivery. Here the continuous testing and continuous integration, how they integrated with this proposed model. And every phases, we have continuous feedback from this. So this feedback can use to improve the DevOps practices in development and deliveries. Best practices to be followed. The following best practices can be applicable to any digital government models, including this proposed model. We have to visualize the goals and results and keep learning and improving the create flow. We need to use the strength of the organization to move forward build reliability, technical and organizational confidence, create DevOps values, use DevOps techniques, create cross-functional teams with motivated and skilled members, develop agile culture mindset within the organizations, and always focus on the security in each and every steps. And these are some references that used to prepare the documents. I hope this video will help to understand the model very well, and thank you for that.